Have we got any steps? I'll just have to go right.
It's an overwhelming every level. I still, even though we're 2 hours away, I still can't believe this actually happening. It's surreal.
And what's been the most emotional project?
Today.
So, how was it like being part of this immense undertaking, creating all this? Well, can you walk us through some of the process?
It's been an incredibly privileged job to do. It's been a journey for about 5 years, and there's no one thing that stands out other than I've made some really, really good friends. We've become an incredible team. We're lucky enough with a project like this, of the scale that this is, that we were able to assemble some of the best people in the world in terms of visual effects, lighting, technology, directing, choreography, and it's been a real privilege to work on a very, very high level with some very skilled people.
Yeah, you say very skilled people. I mean, this is a brand new undertaking, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
nothing like this has been attempted before.
No.
You know, what was it like being sort of pioneers in this way? Were there some risks, perhaps? What was that like?
It's funny because as mad as this was from the beginning and until very recently, it was still a very, very mad thing to do. Just there's an insanity and audacity to this show, this concert. But none of us ever stopped to say, should we really be doing this? There was none of that. We just went, yeah, and kept going. So we've never doubted it, really, which is maybe arrogant. I don't know, but we just never did.
That's great. And you mentioned the immense team who've been involved in this, very skilled people, but also, of course, ABBA themselves. How was it like being part of sort of their reunion and working with them?
Oh, it's wonderful. I mean, I still get goosebumps when I think about it. I care deeply about those 4 people now. They've grown to be very close, and they're very generous in terms of collaborating and creativity, and they're very kind and incredibly talented, even at their age. That they bring so much to the table, and they're so vibrant and excited about what we're doing, and working with them has been an absolute joy.
Did they embrace all this new technology that you guys are bringing to the show?
They really did. They really did, to a point where they stood in motion capture suits for 5 weeks in lights brighter than anything in here and performed their hearts out for 5 weeks. I mean, even for a 25-year-old, that's quite strenuous. Try being 75. They really, really, really committed to this and really have seen it through right till the end.
So they wanted it to be as perfect as possible.
They really did. Once they decided to do it, it was going to be the best thing it could possibly be.
And speaking to that as well, we're here in a purpose-built stadium. I mean, it's unlike anything ever before. What was it? What made you have the ambition that it had to be in this kind of venue and that you had to build your own?
Well, in order to make the technology work, and in order to create the digital magic that we thought we could do, we needed our own arena. This would not be possible anywhere else. We have a roof. We have a 750-ton roof in that place that is loaded with technology technology and lights and the biggest screen in Europe, if not the world. And we needed a special place for that. We couldn't have just walked into any building and set that up. The arena is integral to the concert, and without the arena there would be no concert.
Okay. And so what should fans expect when they set foot in this arena and see the show?
We're so close to having them in there now. I just want them to tell me. But I hope they see the best ABBA concert of their lives, and it was worth waiting 40 years for.
Wait 40 years. Obviously, this is a version of ABBA as they appeared in the late 70s, I believe. What was the thinking behind that and putting it together with this sort of almost like a moment frozen in time, if you like?
Well, the only thing frozen in time is their physicality. That's the only thing, and the only nostalgic thing about the show is the music. Everything else is incredibly forward-thinking. So this is very deeply rooted in 2022, which is why ABBA had so much fun to make it, because when they decided to put on a concert and that they could make digital copies, then the options are endless, and they wanted it to be very firmly rooted in the now and in the future, which I hope we've achieved.
Best of luck when you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
are you coming in?
I don't get to. Some of my colleagues will. They're looking forward to it.
Sorry. I hope we get to you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, hi. Are you with us? Yes.
So when did your ABBA voyage journey start?
It started in early 2017, so it's been a while now, and it's 5 years. Sorry, I can see some fans I know out there. It's been 5 years.
And why was London the perfect place for this?
It was never really anything but London, weirdly. It was, when we decided to build an arena, London was always going to be the place. The UK is a very special place for ABBA. Some of them have been here for a while. They've only done.
Hi there.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
So, as the director of this incredible new show, what was it like working with all this new technology and bringing these kind of people back to life?
It was wonderful. I mean, you know, the fact that we can do it, and so the endless possibilities. That's a very exciting place to be as a director. So, you know, if you know, you think of something, you know, it's like it's possible. You can dream, and it can be possible. So it was wonderful.
And you work closely with ABBA themselves, as
yes.
you directing them, say, as they performed. Ultimately, what we see is their expression in virtual avatars, but they were really heavily involved, weren't they?
Yeah, they were involved all the way through. I think that's why this show is so special, is because, and why the fans are so excited about it, is because it is ABBA. It's not a hologram of Whitney Houston who had nothing to do with that. It's ABBA are a very big part of this. So you know, they're there. Yeah, that's I think why the response is so good.
And what you're doing in a way is combining old songs, some new songs as well that were released last year, right?
Yep.
With this new technology. So it's a kind of meeting of old and new in a way. Did that pose any challenges?
No, that was really exciting for me because I thought about who would ABBA be in 2022? So I think the songs are obviously nostalgic because they're from the past, but it was about bringing ABBA to now. So presenting them as I think they would be, and you know, and which obviously they agreed to all of that. So that is who they are. So it is ABBA 2022, and the music sounds incredibly modern still. That's the other thing, is that it's nostalgic because we all have memories. You know, we've all heard ABBA most of our lives. So it's that thing of, you know, that's the nostalgia.
And they were the creating of the avatars, I'll call them, you know, the versions of ABBA that we see from kind of late 1970s. What was the process of coming up with that representation of them, like creating those avatars?
Well, we just chose 1979 Wembley concert as a kind of reference point for their kind of how they looked and, you know, their physicality at that moment, and that seemed right, you know. So they'd been around. They weren't kind of, you know, untouched. They were living, and yeah, it just seemed like the right period.
And you have this custom-built stadium here.
Which is amazing.
What opportunities does that give you as a director when putting on?
Amazing, because if this was touring, you wouldn't be able to, like the amount of lights we have in there, you couldn't move that all around. The ceiling is full of light. So, just having this bespoke building was an amazing opportunity. Yeah.
And I have to ask about the selection of the songs. What was that like? How did you guys decide which songs?
Well, that was very much ABBA's choice. So, I can't tell ABBA what they should be playing. So it was ABBA's. The set list changed over the period while we were working, but it was very much their set list. Yeah, and we did. Obviously, we talked about it, but it was their set list.
Were they very involved in the show, putting on the show as well? And obviously, they're choosing the set list, but did they have a lot of input when you were working?
Listen, I showed them as I was working. They kind of, I showed them what I was doing as we went along. They're very, very trusting people and very generous people. So they pretty much, they gave me a lot of free rein, and it was not once did they say no, but we discussed stuff, and they were very, of course they're involved. It's,
That's great. Thank you so much.
Okay, pleasure. Thank you.
Great for me.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Good. Excited. Yeah, it's a big night.
So when did your ABBA voyage journey start?
2.5 years ago. Yeah, so I've been on it a long time, and it's lovely now to be at the finish line. Because it's been in my head for so long. And so it's really nice that it's actually. That's great. So obviously I saw the process is so long. I saw that it did.
Thank you so much, baby. Enjoy your evening.
The one where they're all
Thank you.
Hello, how you doing? Yes, I can. I can move around.
Yes, that would be
Nice to meet you. Hi, you too. So they're just about to come to me on Friday.
Okay.
We'll just set the thing quickly, and then I'll introduce you. And
Okay.
I'll just do probably two takes.
Great, sounds good.
Look at it, isn't it?
Yeah, have you seen it yet? Okay. Yeah, we had COVID in the middle, right? Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's been a while.
Will I introduce you to the rest of the
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, things we do. Yeah, good. So you hear for this hour. Oh, really? Oh, so you can get in? Yeah. Oh, amazing. Just wait. Let's see. I've had so many friends who are like, oh, I can't believe it. I thought, they came on stage. I was like, is that what? Yeah. I was like, he said, no, advertising. He's like, no, the advertising was amazing. When they came on the beat, it's like, it's brilliant. Nowadays, you don't even get the chance to do that in part. Yeah, it's
And the King of Queens, see? So we'll have an actual dancing queen.
yeah, no, exactly. That's it.
You can use that one.
Oh, you got it. You got
So the properties from the supply.
thanks. They're comfy. They will be eventually.
You still have to break them in.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, they're all right though. They're getting there.
The soul's just like...
Yeah, they're called tractor trainers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like they're like tractor your. Like, yeah.
The lineup tonight, we're not having all four of ABBA on the red carpet. We're also going to see the King and Queen of Sweden have flown in for this. So there will be a literal dancing queen in the arena when the show starts tonight. And we're also expecting to see Sophie Ellis-Bextor, Kylie Minogue, Keira Knightley. They're all coming down to see the launch of this technologically spectacular show that has been 5 years in the making. Have not been seen in public for almost 40 years, and they haven't performed a concert together since 1979 when they played Wembley Arena. So yeah, it is pretty special. And of course, Agnieszka doesn't fly. She was caught playing during this heyday, caught up in a tornado, and has not been since. And what's your involvement in this show?
Well, basically, I've had to choreograph the avatars, so work with ABBA to get the physicality out of them into pure maths, create these avatars that really feel like ABBA are live on stage.
Okay, so people who don't know, they spent 5 weeks in front of, I think it was 160 film cameras and motion capture suits, getting the performances right so they could be digitized for the show. What sort of moves did you have to coach them through?
Well, first of all, you want to just make them perform as they perform, right? So what you want to try and do is get them to remember that kind of like muscle memory, the way in which they used to perform, and bring that back. So that was the first part of the job. The second part is once we've got their maths, so the maths that comes from all their joint angles into the avatars themselves, we have to then work with body doubles that also learn the whole of the concert. That's another 15-week process where they learn every single move, every inflection, every breath, and put that into numbers, into zeros and ones, and then mix those things together to create these incredible avatars that feel like ABBA are really live on stage.
And you're one of the few people here who's already seen the full show. What can the audience expect?
I think it's honestly jaw-dropping. I mean, I think it's really phenomenal that you feel that the band are actually there live on stage. But more than that, you feel like you're right inside the music. You feel you're inside the music. You're in this auditorium where you're surrounded by lights and energy and amazing kind of live band. It's a really visceral, powerful, raw experience.
What's the best song?
Oh, it's got to be Dancing Queen, right? Everyone dances to Dancing Queen. We're hoping the Queen dances to Dancing Queen, right? Let's see.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you later. Thank you.
So yeah, it all kicked off in not very long, an hour and a half before ABBA's digital Thank you so far.
Hi, Christian. Hi, Wayne. Hi.
So how did you get involved in the show, and what's been your role in putting all this immense spectacle together?
Of course, so Svana and Bailey asked if I would work on the choreography for the show. So obviously choreographing or creating avatars is a magical thing. You take it from motion capture to a process where you take maths out of a body. So we had to motion capture ABBA, and then we had to motion capture 4 body doubles that did the whole of the concert as well, but perhaps with a little bit more energy or a different energy, right? So ABBA in the 70s. So we looked through thousands of hours of ABBA concerts, and yeah, we've created this mix of this incredible kind of emotional and physical work.
And so you mentioned you also worked with ABBA and them performing motion capture suits. So how was that process of you guys deciding together, I suppose? How do you move, how to put this all together, how to choreograph?
Well, first of all, have you ever been in a motion capture suit? No, exactly. So already, it's like a unitard with dots on. So you can imagine anybody who puts on a motion capture suit feels different in their body, right? So part of the process is getting used to that, feeling confident with that, especially when there's hundreds of people in the room. And then it's about how is it you find that performance magic that you had, because performance is like a muscle. If you're not using it every day, things change. So you can feel that they got bolder, ABBA got bolder and more ambitious as that process went on, as they started to find their muscle memory again.
So they were really game for it.
Really up for it. And our job was just to encourage them to do more. All the time, more. Okay, great. Thanks a lot. All right, thanks so much. Hi, so it started years ago. I can't remember because of COVID in the middle. It was about 3 years ago. Exciting. It's amazing. We'll be getting them from suspect.
And to my parents. No, I'm going to do it.
I love possibility to do that, to actually come show up the inside this amazing arena, be inside the lights, be inside the music, and just let rip. Well, they might not realise. I think it has a really emotional journey. You know, we talk a lot about the technical wizardry, it's incredible music anyway, but one of the great things that ABBA always have been able to do is connect on an emotional level with their audiences. And I think the emotional experience is really so you're flying and laughing and dancing, it's kind of the whole scale of the emotion. Okay.
And one of them wants to know, what was the most challenging part?
I think it's all pretty challenging trying to recreate one person all in zeros and ones, right? So imagine doing that for 4 people and 4 people that are really well known. So it's almost like building an avatar of the Queen and going, is this the Queen? So I think that's the test, right? Do ABBA recognise themselves in those avatars? And do the fans really believe it's them? Let's see. I've got a good feeling about it.
And what was it like when you saw the actors?
Well, I saw them in bits, so obviously we've been working very, very steadily and bit by bit, and they've got each other better. But I remember there's
There's no word on when they're going to come yet. Just like the hotel.
Don't run out of battery yet.
No, it's not back.
It's not the time. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it happened so quickly. Especially when you use the virus. Don't run out of battery yet.
No, I've got spares that can just jump off. They can go straight through.
IDE is now doing the same thing as HEP.
You can put 2 on without the
Yeah, I can do that at the time as well.
I haven't used these very often. They're brand new. You can charge your phone off them as well.
I can do that at the time as well.
It's such a good.
It is good.
What's your name?
Gary.
Gary. Kiffa. Kiffa.
Kiffa.
It's Christopher, but
Everybody calls it Kiffa.
Kiffa. Hey.
Tipper, you know the one that lives in Germany?
I do. I lived in Aachen long enough. You know.
I can remember that name, for sure.
Yeah. You know, he goes.
Is there a reason for it?
My brother couldn't say Philip.
Oh, right.
So, no, I can't reason.
You didn't get it in Aachen then?
No.
My shoes are killing me, mate. Because they're new, I bought them last year on the sale. I never bought them. So they're still... Huh? All right. Carlos, so the sickness. So we did a few shots of them.
Not remembering my own.
ABBA, of course, unexpectedly played a major function in the recently with the ABBA concert, Boris Johnson's during it, one of the reasons I'm so happy to play because of the stuff. So much talking about who I was about to the time on the
said it was a local radio station in North East England. When it says on, do you know what? That's when I knew well. That's when I knew well. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, are you the ABBA? Got you the ABBA.
I'm taking from the ABBA.
Hello, how are you?
Cheers. How are you doing? You excited for tonight?
I love this. You all on the podcast the other day. We talked about ABBA, and it just, I don't like this. So you see that feedback. Okay. And there's one that I'm actually learning by track. It's the one, I could have done to you. It's number 2 on the track anyway. You lot should know where it is. Thank you.
That's it. No, this one, yes, keep rocking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think we're alright for the night, yeah.
Keep going.
He has a songwriter but I'm a massive fan, so much so that when I got married almost 4 years ago, I had an ABBA tribute band at my wedding. That's who played the music, yeah.
What was your first dance?
What's the name? I know it says it all. Hopefully our marriage lasts.
Is that the ABBA song that's most special to you?
No, SOS for me. SOS. I just love the way it has to go. On one song.
And what are you expecting from tonight?
Just celebration of ABBA songs, and I'm really
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, Christian.
So, what are you most excited about tonight, seeing the show?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really intrigued to see what the avatars look like and what Bailey and Wayne have done with the direction, the choreography, and yeah, I mean, just hearing ABBA songs, which are so much part of my life and being influenced as a songwriter. So yeah, very excited.
What's your relationship to ABBA, kind of growing up and listening to the song?
Yeah, I mean, I remember being at friends' houses when just playing ABBA constantly, being in the bedroom listening to ABBA albums, and as I said, I said before, I didn't realise how influential they really were on me till about probably 15 years ago in my own personal songwriting. So yeah, they've been massively influential.
So you're one of the many fans who've been asking for this, screaming for this for several decades now, this reunion?
No, I haven't been screaming, but I'm looking forward to it anyway.
That's good. And you mentioned these avatars and like the technology. As a musician yourself, as a performer, what do you see? What do you think about the possibilities of the sort of technology that they're using here?
Amazing. Who knows? Maybe when I'm dead and gone, they'll be doing a Texas one.
That would be great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Do you want both of us?
Oh, yes. So how we doing it? So we doing all four of us? Ladies, we can do you two first.
It's four of us.
We'll do you first. I'm just trying to work out if Benny's coming over. Hello. Well, let me start with the ladies because I've never spoken to you before. Agneta, Frida, what made you change your mind and decide to work with ABBA again?
ABBA has never left us.
No.
In my heart. So it was not so difficult decision because the music is a part of us. And, we love it. I love to work in the studio, and that's why we're here now. And all the rest, I don't know. Just speaking English is difficult for me, but I get used to it, and I love to be in London again.
Frida, what made you want to be with ABBA again?
Oh, what a silly question. I've dreamed of this for years. No. I agree with Agneta. We love our music, we love to sing, we love the material that Benny and Bjorn writes. Excellent, and it's a challenge at the same time. So, and also we have this project going, and when Benny suggested maybe 2 new songs in the show, that was the first thing, and then it led to a whole album eventually after some years.
What have your families all made of seeing you as avatars?
The families, I don't know. We haven't seen it, so we're here tonight and we'll see what they say after this.
How was the experience for you of seeing yourself as your younger self?
We haven't seen it yet. Well, I have seen it. They haven't.
We see tonight. No, it's amazing because in a way you look at yourself on stage. It's so well done. So you think actually it's real people standing up there performing, and then you're sitting there yourself, watching yourself. You know, it's a very extraordinary feeling. It's hard to describe.
I think the only way to understand what this is, you have to come and see it.
Yeah.
It's sort of a non-explainable. We've tried this for 2 years to explain what it is, what we will be, but that's impossible. You need to go and see it.
I think it's a new experience for all of us, and it will be so exciting tonight because I haven't seen anything.
And I think you can safely say that nobody's ever seen anything like this, because this is a first. This is pushing boundaries.
The last time...
May I just say one thing? You don't have to go and see it, but if you want to know what it is, you have to come.
One final question. The last ABBA show was in Japan in 1980. What are your memories of that night?
I have a very strong memory.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because you remember the first night, we were used to people coming up at the end in front of the stage and dance and sing along.
Yeah.
They were just sitting there applauding very...
Yes, that's right, yes. Yes, they were very polite and they sat on their hands almost, you know.
And
but in the end they got crazy.
Now we asked the manager, what shall we do, or the, what do you call them, the agent, what should we do to get them going? And then he said, you have to tell them. So the next night we told them, and that was a big change.
I also remember that the band set off the fire alarm at the hotel.
Did you know it was the last show?
I don't know if it was the first or last. They did.
I'm sure it will be very emotional tonight.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That would be great. We'd love to speak to all of you. It's so nice seeing you all together. So how does it feel being reunited here in London for this sort of comeback gig? Is it emotional?
It feels very emotional, and I'm happy. I think we all are very happy to be back in London because I haven't been here for I don't know how many years. And it's so nice to see all the faces and all the expectations and everything. It goes right into your heart, and I'm so happy to be here. I love you all.
And having made this together, has this made you want to make more, or is this going to be ABBA's final voyage?
Depends how long we stay alive.
Oh, you say?
If we are lucky.
I think we've done enough, actually. We spent 5.5 years in this, and we're all in our 70s. I don't think we'll do another one.
So no more to come?
I think not. I'd say definitely no, but never say never. But
Maybe
it's a no.
if we have a second life.
Yeah. The avatars go on living, you know.
And what made you want to do this tour this way? What made you want to do it with this high-tech way?
Let's say first, it's not a tour. It's here.
It's a
and
show.
here is where it is. We're not tourists. This is in London, and it's not our home country, but it feels like our home.
Yeah.
You know, so
a deep connection to the
yes, and it seems like you British people have a connection with us, like we were yours, which we are, but we're Swedish. So it's really weird. But,
and this experience is so complex that we had to build this arena in order to house it. There was no other way.
Yeah, it's really been an amazing undertaking. How does it feel seeing yourself represented in this avatar form?
Good.
It will be exciting tonight.
Yeah.
Agneta hasn't seen it yet.
First time for Agneta.
Well, what do you think you're going to feel when you see the fans reacting to it?
Why don't you ask afterwards?
I can see it all here, and it's a lot of expectations, and it will be so. It feels so warm.
One final question for you. And looking back, do you think when you first started, did you expect to become such megastars and for your kind of popularity to endure for this long?
How could you never know? You cannot know.
No way.
You don't have the expectations you had. It's obvious that it will go well, but you to think that it will end up like it has, with us being so big everywhere in the world.
We love it the way it is.
Yeah.
We did a cabaret show in 1971, and we said we can't do this anymore, doing silly stuff. So we said we should go into the studio, we should write some pop music in English, and we should let Frida and Agneta sing instead of Bjorn and I, who did it earlier. So it was
a very good decision.
Very good decision.
Yes.
Yes. Everyone realizes that.
But I think you write a song, you record it, but you never think about longevity. That's
Right, guys, we've got to move down.
So we're happy to be here. I can say that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
What does it mean to see ABBA's legacy continuing into 2023?
It's overwhelming, I must say, because none of us had expected this, you know. We haven't expected, I think, that we would work together as a group again. As, you know, Bjorn and Benny has made the Mamma Mia musicals and movies and things like that. But suddenly to be together, or suddenly maybe it's the wrong expression, but to be together as a group again has been very fulfilling. We really have loved working together again.
And do you have any favourite memories from performing in London in the past?
Yeah, I have from the Albert Hall. I will never forget that. That was it 10 evenings?
Yeah, I think I don't remember, but I think like 10 or
unforgettable.
Yeah.
The audience was fantastic. I'll never forget that.
And what do you hope the audience will get out of tonight?
We'll see.
Agneta hasn't seen it. We're going to see what the reactions are.
Thank you.
So maybe all three have them together, and we can get through a lot more quicker. So first of all, we've got the Associated Press. Here we go. You arrived in the Sun Imam. You arrived in that. So what do you like to see yourself perform?
What do you think?
I love to see myself.
Yes.
It's very amazing, the work they have put into this project. It's unbelievable.
I never knew I had such amazing moves. Yes, even better.
Did it surely not to your expectation? Did it surely not to your expectation?
Yeah, above expectations. The three that I've seen it, we see it once together, and it's.
But you know, the thing that I really love also, they were not sitting down, standing up, singing along, clapping along. They were absolutely for serious. You know,
the other one that Hayley took earlier.
Okay.
She should be able to give me that back by now.
Okay, no worries. I'll then see where that is.
Thank you. Oh, hello. Emma, would you put that on charge for me as well? The charger is in the big Pelly case that's on the floor.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you.
Yeah.
London's Deputy Mayor of Culture and the Creative Industries. She'll be really mobile.
super excited that ABBA have chosen London for this spectacular moment. They've got so many fans here in London, and of course here we're like in the Olympic Park, which is going to be the new Centre for Culture and Education with East Bank. So this is a great kind of moment on that journey to kind of bring the cultural kind of energy to the Olympic Park.
And what's your first ABBA memory?
As a Swede, we've always been grown up with this, I guess. But as doing the remix of ABBA, they not another generation. So I was growing up dancing to it myself. So it's great, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. I'm a child of the 70s, so I remember kind of dancing around and learning all the songs. I think one of the fantastic things about ABBA is, they've got such longevity. So generation after generation has built a relationship with them. So you can hear, the excitement and the love for them. It's an amazing thing.
And I know it's difficult, but what's your favourite ABBA song?
As a Swede, I have to say Dancing Queen because that was a tribute to our queen.
I did. Benny came over, so I'm really chuffed. Yeah, it's really nice of him.
You've been waiting a long time to see them.
About 2 o'clock. Oh, but years. Yeah, absolutely years. I thought you meant today. Yeah,
40,
very excited. Great to see all 4 of them together.
Marvellous they came here. Marvellous.
Yeah.
So close.
Cheers, George.
My mic was going like this, I was like, babe, I see you watching it, that's why. It's all up the show, babe.
I mean, it's not the dancing queen. It's like the ultimate go-to. You know, I grew up doing dancing, so for me, that's the ultimate floor filler. You know, there's so many That's a great situation.
How long to us? That's good work.
Take this for a sec. You got it?
This way, please.
Thanks for taking the live video.
I hope so. I thought they called that good.
That was
You know it's an ABBA premiere when the King and Queen are smart.
I can see her.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you know, it's an ABBA premiere when the King and Queen are sleeping. Just walk. Music side of 1 minute.
Yeah, not really. Yeah. Oh, I can only see it through food. But we got moving fast.
right here? Okay. And you know it's an ABBA premiere when the King and Queen of Sweden have just walked the red carpet. There was huge excitement about half an hour ago when all 4 members of ABBA arrived. The fans who've flown in from all around the world were cheering. ABBA are so proud of this concert which they have created. Here is how it all came together.
I'm well, thank you. You're not getting to play tonight, though.
I'm absolutely gutted I'm not going to play.
There's a box anyway.
Have they changed the Have they changed our clean feed? No. Is this the 6? Is this the 6?
No, I'm just excited to be here. The exciting part is that I don't know what I'm going to see. I don't know what I'm going to see backstage. So I'm just excited to see what it is. That would be good to see.
Oh, they're calling out.
It's quite true. We've been working on this for a while and doing this in a construction kind of area. And now seeing this being so quickly brought to reality is quite. I've seen it one time. It's amazing.
Thank you so much.
for this. You know what I mean? It's like... Mad, isn't it?
No, you got it. You got invited.
Yeah, Sophia got invited.
You got invited, so then I was like, I want to go. So then,
Can we have a plus 3?
yeah, basically, that's what it is. So then, obviously, we're massive life plans, so we're like,
Tell me that, what did happen, like as songwriters?
oh, I would go down. Then it's like, hooks everywhere, everywhere you've got the unashamedly, that's something that I've also inspired me to do.
We mentioned ABBA. So I mean, saying like we watch something like we want to be like. I'm sure we're not ashamed to be like.
You can't tell about ABBA for a while.
Oh yeah.
Some people are sometimes have a bit of negative feelings. People read it, it's like, I mean, I found it
I'm more the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Worlds apart, innit, really? You know what I mean? Like, we're here to bridge the gap. So it's
tonight in the green flare.
No, yeah.
Green flares look pretty simple. Yeah. And what do you think about like the technological aspect of this? Could you see yourselves singing and making a carbonara? Just letting the hologram do all the work?
Yeah. Put your best version of yourself on it, can't you? That's good when you know when we're older, we'll look back at that. Get me now, then, basically.
So I'm past that now. I look at videos back and I'm like, should have got me then.
Yeah.
Not now. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. You're already knackered, pal.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what it's like.
Yeah, me too.
You don't know what to expect, really.
Not really anything like it, it's so... It's only... Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, it's proper exciting. Like, I don't really know what to think. It should have been after.
Yeah, I know. One thing I'll catch you up. But which song are you looking forward to? Because
any of them, to be honest.
You're like, your set is really nice. I know, but I don't know if it's like, I mean, we can play rock and set this now. Imagine being average.
and this, what about you guys? Like summer festivals coming up?
Yeah.
What ones are you looking forward to most? Plus three, obviously. Well, when I spoke to you just before lockdown last time, you were about to start rehearsing for that tour, and you said you were going to take your song to Brandon. Have you done it?
Well, we did, yes. Obviously, it wasn't really a single, it was more like an album kind of track, but who knows what that's going to be.
He said to me really nice about your voice, didn't he? He said to me, like, what's that mean singing in evening? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, yeah.
No, he's really.
I think we'll listen. Have a good night. Nice.
Nice meeting you.
It just seems quite surreal. I think everyone who's an ABBA fan probably never thought we'd ever get the opportunity to see him live, so this is as close as we can get, isn't it?
I'm saying 10 out of 10. 10 million.
I don't even know what that miles ago. I know what that means.
I want to know what they want an hour. I'm okay.
Still not.
Yeah. She's missing the first night. She's off maternity leave. I have seen her walking with her.
She did the video yesterday.
Do you guys have a card? Do you want me to take it? Yeah? Do you have your own spare one? Because I don't have any. They're still transferring the previous one. Who's on it?
Blossom's got lip sync on there. So who else was on this one? It's been a while, they've been a bit more sporadic. Have you got any to come back to?
A card?
Yeah.
They're just transferring it at the moment, so hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you running low or?
But this is the last one I got on me.
Okay, no worries, I'll try and get one back to you.
Yeah.
No problem.
Never come back. He'll come back. Yeah? They have to.
Come along here, so I can get down a bit more.
And then Kylie, just to your right, please. That's the one. So what's to your left, please, Kylie? Go to the front here, please. Kylie, to your right, please. Kylie, just to your left. So we show as you walk in.
Oh, Kylie, did you see?